Slam Pigs Podcast, episode 87. We are back. The very first episode of 2018. Hope you guys had a great new year. Good holiday season. Unfortunately, last minute, Michael, as advertised, was supposed to be here tonight, as per usual. He's not feeling very good. He looks like he got bit by the little bug. Michael will not be joining us, but taking his place, a good pally of the show, from Future Wrestling Podcast, excuse me, one half, BronsonTron. What's going on, man? Thank you. I know you're our guest anyway, but thank you for rolling up the sleeves even farther and helping us out with just two-man booth this week. How are you? And hope you had a good new year. Welcome.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure. Yeah, it's all good. Good new year and stuff. Oh, yeah. At BronsonTron on Twitter before I forget.
Look at that. Look, you're getting seasoned. You already know. And as always, follow me on Twitter at TMD. Subscribe to TMD on YouTube. Check out Cruise Control, the reset button. New episode just dropped today, first one of the year. Also, check out Never Drew a Dime, which big time announcement, guys, real quick, can verify as of today. This Sunday night on GrappleVision, on the channel GrappleVision on YouTube. Get over there, subscribe if you haven't already. We will now be a permanent fixture every week. Me and Drew Ortman coming to GrappleVision live this Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Check that out. So excited. Thank you to my man Tonka Saw so much, man. It means a lot, and it's about time we stepped up our game, and so excited to talk more world class to more listeners, and look for that. And of course, we'll keep uploading the channels on demand, the videos right here on the channel on demand, excuse me. Stumbling over my words, I'm so excited about the news, but all that, and of course, last but not least, check me out, Kayfabe Today podcast at first thing in the morning on YouTube. Hit subscribe, just like that. But Bronson, right here, we talk about Raw and SmackDown every week. You've never been on the OG original Slam Pigs, but this is actually the eve of something un-WWE related. Quite possibly the biggest show of the year that's not WWE is we're on the eve of it. It's Wrestle Kingdom 12. It's tonight. There's a ton of hype, the most ever, I think, for any international pay-per-view show of all time. Just the age we're in with social media, and you got to give it, whether you like Omega and Jericho, whatever. They've done a hell of a job with the build, Bronson.
Yeah, they definitely have. I mean, I'm interested in it for sure.
Are you actually going to go out of your way tomorrow to catch any of it live? Because I'm not. It's too damn late. Period.
No, because I mean, I looked at the card. I'm like, I'm only interested in maybe the Jericho match, Kota Ibushi, Cody Rhodes, because Kota Ibushi is amazing, and the Naito Rainmaker, and that's about it. Yeah.
I gotta say, for me, obviously, I'm the most hyped for Naito and Okada because I'm such a huge Naito fan. I'm a huge Okada fan too, but so overdue for Okada to win the title. This version of Naito, not the old Tanahashi light version, but this build's also been tremendous, and I think he is gonna win. That's my prediction, is Naito. As far as Omega and Jericho, I don't know. It could go either way. It could be a really bad match, sloppy, or it could really surprise a lot of people. I don't think it's going to be a gray area match, Bronson.
Probably not. I mean, yeah, well, I can't remember the last time I seen a really good Jericho match. Like, he's good, but it's been, he's not as good as he was, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what kind of match they have. No DQ, right? So they might start doing some, hardcore shit or something. We'll see.
I kind of feel like too they're gonna there's either gonna be like kind of a schmoz finish where a guy's gonna win by cheating. There's gonna be a rematch. I think a lot of people are just gonna disregard this and take Jericho's word or whatever. He might be kayfabing people. I think there could be a rematch at like Dominion too. I don't know. I'd like to see it. I think a lot of people would definitely like the rematch as well. But other things on this card that quite honestly look really good. Are you familiar with the original Roppongi Vice, the Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero?
No. not at all.
They're actually a really good team. I know they sound ridiculous for probably someone that's not familiar like you. I know the names, but they, of course, Trent Beretta, former WWE guy. But there's a Roppongi 3K, which is like I guess the new version of them. But they're in a title match. The Young Bucks. That we all know my stance on the Young Bucks. I'm not doing it. I don't know. I just think yes, it's going to be a really good show. But guys, two things: manage your expectations. And just don't be so snarky about it. Like, yes, we get it. Every match is great and strong style. And yeah, but come on. Just loosen the reins a little bit. I don't know. Gets tiresome. Gets fucking tiresome. Because this isn't like, this has been going on for decades. You know, back to like the days of Stan Hansen and Vader Bronson and like all Japan. This isn't anything new. Strong style. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's nothing new. Yeah, you just got a guy who's being the focal point and promoting New Japan. That's why I was like, oh shit, you know, now we known about this thing now, but it's been around. Like we were just talking before we went on air since the '70s, man. So nothing new there.
exactly. But I think it's going to be a good match at the end of the day. And, you know, we'll see what happens. Other than that, as far as the news this week, I know the mixed match challenge or whatever the hell it's called. There were some teams announced today, actually. What do you think of the team of Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss? Does that do anything for you? Because it should have been Asuka and Braun and just squash everybody in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's a free show mixed tag match for sure. So I guess they're doing it just because look at that. Look how tiny she is. Look how big he is. Yeah, that's a weird pairing, man.
I'm not like 100 on the rules of this. Still, maybe they've announced it and I'm just an idiot. Are men allowed to like work women in this, or is it like standard mixed tag? You have to tag out.
It's probably just like they were doing it before, standard mixed tag. No way they're gonna let a man attack a woman. Not happening. Definitely not. I don't. Yeah, I think it's just standard. I don't know, but I bet it's just standard.
Yeah. I think a team that makes perfect sense though, and it actually is kind of interesting, is Bobby Roode and Charlotte. I saw was announced,
Yeah, yeah,
and not just because they wear fucking robes. You know?
yeah, yeah. And who are they facing?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure the matches. I know one other thing that. Oh crap! I think we're gonna add Luscious Logan to this call real quick. Um, what was I saying?
Rude and Charlotte. Yeah, I was asking who they're gonna face.
Oh, I was saying it was announced also. I don't know any of the matches, but Beth Phoenix is going to be on the announced team. I saw that was announced.
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna be a good announcer or not, but I guess we'll see. Yeah. So I guess this means now that Cruise 205 Live is going back 30 minutes or starting later. I don't know, something like that, right? hmm I'll add them see if it could work. Then let's see. Yeah.
1 second, guys. Having tech issues. Be right back up. When you have brand new equipment, you might sound good, but you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna hit the wrong button, which is what I just did. I'm gonna get Bronson and Logan right back on here in 1 second. Bear with me. I am not prepared. I thought I was prepared going into this. I really did. And then Michael calling out last second threw me in a loop. I'm doing my best scrambling. Oh, not a good look. Not a good look. But we're gonna salvage it. We're gonna salvage it here. Bronson, Logan, I know you're listening. Hang on, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm fucking coming, guys. All right, let's get them on. I hate dead air. Oh my god. Let's do this one more time. Holy shit. Everything's going wrong at once. But the mixed match challenge series, goddammit, I will try to save it and talk about it while I'm doing it. I don't know if I like the concept. We'll see how it works out. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to watch it on Facebook Live, because I don't watch anything on Facebook Live. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it'll be really good. Who knows? All right. Here's the final call. The home stretch. Let's try to get them on one more time. Dot our I's and cross our T's here. Come on, guys. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh.
Hold on, let me see.
Are we good?
Yes, we're good. Yeah, I tried calling you back. I tried messaging you. I had your back. I had this feeling you needed me.
No.
You guys can check me out on Twitter at LoganMyers144 and check out Future Wrestling Podcast right there on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, and enjoy. And Bronson, I could barely hear you when I was listening to the podcast before I joined.
I don't know. He's heard me well. I don't know. I can't hear myself. So can you hear me now?
Like I can hear you here, but when I was listening to
Oh, I don't
you,
know. Yeah, I have no.
very low. I don't know why.
I don't
I
know.
fixed the audio levels. Everything seems like it's good now. So
Maybe
hopefully,
that-
fingers crossed, we should be good to go. We just got done talking, Logan. I don't know if you got anything input on it. I'm sure you do. Oh my god. You guys there?
Yes, I was like, what the hell? What the hell? Just as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, we lost him.
I'm excited to see what Chris Jericho and Omega does. That's about it, really.
Oh wait, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about the Okada and Naito match, and then that's when everything fucked up.
Are you hyped for Naito and Okada at all, Logan?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I'm not really hyped about staying up and being up at like 2 in the morning to watch it. So.
Well, no one says you have to. That's why there's, the internet.
But isn't Cody Rhodes in a match too as well?
Yes, against Kota Ibushi.
That should be a good match, I think.
I'm actually a match we didn't mention, Bronson. I'm looking forward to Switchblade Jay White, who I know you're not familiar with, and
Yeah.
a lot of people aren't. And Tanahashi, I think that's going to be a really good match for the IWGP Intercontinental title.
Well, Tanahashi's good. He's getting up there in age, but he's good. So yeah, that should be a good match.
I agree. I think that match is going to surprise a lot of people, and I can definitely see Jay White. For anyone that's never seen him, he's kind of like a mixture of Neville and Seth Rollins combined with like this crazy fucking devil lock, like Misfits haircut and like a trench coat and the Switchblade character. We haven't seen a lot of it, but it can go either way. It can either be really cheesy or really good. Just depends. But it's Japan, and they do a lot of more adult language and everything over there. So I'm sure it'll be good over there at least. But yeah, we'll see. Wrestle Kingdom 12 is tonight, and I hope everyone enjoys it. Just don't be a dick. Other than that, Logan, we were talking about anything in the news this week. We were talking about the Mixed Match Challenge. We just announced some of the teams. Beth Phoenix is coming to commentary, though. Anything else really going on, though, in the world of wrestling?
Well, the world of wrestling, we can announce that officially Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler will be on commentary or involved with the Raw 25th anniversary.
The entire show?
Yep. I don't know if they're doing the whole show. I would think that they would be on commentary for the whole show. I'm not sure.
I wonder if it'll just be them the whole show. I wonder if they'll give them the ball at their age.
Great.
Yeah, that's what, some tells me no. Like they'll have Corey Graves or somebody there
Corey
too.
Graves there with them. I think that'd be perfect.
And since you need, since WWE is kind of, they're not racist, but you need the one black guy, so Byron will probably be there too, So.
Am I the only one that I don't get excited for these anniversary shows anymore because I kind of know what they're all going to be because they're all the same. It's like, then the nostalgia acts come out for their segment with some of the put over some of the new guys or bury some of the new guys and meaningless maybe tag matches something, but maybe one angle will progress on these kind of shows if that.
Well, the news that was going around that this is going to be like the biggest show for Raw in history because they're going to really start off the WrestleMania feuds on that night. So.
I mean, they always do start around January, but we'll see. Who the hell are the big guests anyway? Suppose I mean Undertaker. Like I don't give a shit about Undertaker showing up. Like, but who else are the big guests coming?
I heard Diesel, Kevin Nash.
All right, so it's like okay.
Shawn Michaels.
All right.
Might be Stone Cold. I'm not sure yet.
That would be nice because you don't see him too often.
Yeah, I would agree. Stone Cold would definitely put some asses in seats, literally.
But either way, I mean, that arena is pretty small, so I'm pretty sure it's already sold out. One thing that's nice, since it's such a small, intimate arena, is that fucking crowd's going to be a hardcore crowd. That's not going to be your usually shitty WWE crowds. So that's going to be a good fucking crowd.
They're doing like a simulcast, one from Hammerstein and one from like an actual arena, right?
I didn't even know that, really?
I thought I read that.
I'm not exactly sure.
I wouldn't hate it if it was just at Hammerstein the whole show. I kind of would prefer that.
That's what I'm thinking it is, because that's weird. Why would they? But
I was saying, usually I'm not excited for these, but this one I am, and that's exactly, thank you, gentlemen, for the segue, why I am, because it's at Hammerstein Ballroom, and it's been so long. All we need is Rob Bartlett at ringside. I hope he comes out.
Yeah. Wait, the Manhattan Center is the Hammerstein is the same arena? I'd always thought it was a different arena, but I guess
pretty much the same kind of thing. I thought it was at Hammerstein. It's the same environment, that smaller, like theater-esque. I always thought it was interesting on like the Raw DVD, like when it was the 15th anniversary, the behind the scenes, how they talked about they had to take the ring like fucking piece by piece up the elevator in that theater, and it took forever. Like it was like Mike Chioda saying how much of a pain in the ass it was to set up back in like the day.
Yeah.
I can only imagine now with their fucking, they're not going to have the whole stage out, Logan. They're going to, I hope they do it old school. I hope they do that neon blink, because you see the videos, they still have all those old sets in their warehouse.
Yeah, they have a shit ton of stuff. I think they'll mix up like everything, like all from back in the day.
It'd be funny. Since it's old school Raw, it'd be funny if they get, like Sean Mooney, they get him, because he was part of the original Raw, get fucking Todd Pettingill. That'd be fucking funny if we see Todd Pettingill make a cameo there.
Stephanie Weiland.
Yeah. Oh my God. Who remember? Yeah, wow. And then they even had this Chinese guy working there for a little bit back in like 94, 95. I don't remember.
Men, one of the two.
I think it was men. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
He was your anchor on Action Zone, I think.
Oh my God, you said Action Zone. Jesus Christ, that's wow. Damn, that's so long ago. My God.
They name Action Zone after Logan. It ain't about wrestling, huh?
I have a question though. I don't mean to change subjects. You said Beth Phoenix is going to be on commentary.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that on Twitter, and WWE announced that she's going to be on the panel, like Lita was on the Mae Young
Mhm.
Classic. She's going to be like the third for this series.
Who's going to be on the commentary with her?
I don't know.
I honestly don't remember the other two. I just saw that it was Beth Phoenix was the standout.
Huh. I'll have to look it up and see. Did not know that. Did not know that.
Yeah.
It's been a busy day.
Has it?
Yes. Yes, it has.
Well, I do, in all seriousness, I do want to thank you, Logan, for bailing a brother out last second.
Of course. No problem. Hey, that's what I am here for.
And also, I announced at the top of the show, Never Drew a Dime, coming to Grapple Vision this Sunday. Excited.
That is awesome. I
Other
would
than
love
that,
to
though,
be
guys-
a guest on that one day. Definitely.
Most definitely. Other than that, though, guys, Wrestle Kingdom, the news in the books. It's time for this week's Raw Review. Monday Night Raw, Gentlemen, was live this week. We saw Jason Jordan and that whole. Where are we at with this anymore? Do either of you guys care where this angle's going at this point?
No pun intended. I don't care about the angle.
What do you think, Bronson?
Jason, no, I mean, I'm hoping the finish will be at some point, you know, him just saying, I'm not your son. I just did it so I could get a push. But I don't even know if they're going to do that. Yeah, I hate when WWE fucking shoves some guy down your throat, and I never liked that, so I'm not liking this. So no, I'm not down with it.
I think if anything, I could see him being that whiny heel because he is getting good heel heat right now. They're chanting "Daddy's Boy" at him. I think if anything, it's going to get over in a way they didn't expect it. Like I think originally the plan was this was to get him, a mega push as a babyface, but it backfired. Because are they smart enough to this was a grand scheme as a major heel? I'd like to think they are, but unfortunately the track record as the past couple years shows they're not.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how. I mean, this tag match, the match we saw last week was good on Christmas Raw. Like we said. Thank you guys, by the way, the year-end awards for the feedback. That was fun to do. Logan was there as the enforcer. That's on demand. Check it out. This week, though, it was Cesaro and Jason Jordan one-on-one. What'd you think of this match, Logan?
It was kind of crazy that no matter what you say about Jason Jordan, he's not really good on the mic and all that. We get that. He's not getting over with the crowd like they thought. But at the same time, he reminds me of Roman Reigns. Like, he is getting a reaction, and no reaction is better. A reaction is better than no reaction. But I actually enjoyed this match because it showcased Jason Jordan's strength, and being able to, go one-on-one with Cesaro in that category.
I could see that. Bronson, you agree with Logan at all, or you think he's full of shit?
I thought the match was okay. I mean, I like Cesaro. The guy could wrestle a fucking broom. He's that good, so I like it just because of Cesaro. Jason Jordan, yeah, he's good. He doesn't have charisma for shit, but he can wrestle. There's no denying that. I'll give him that.
Dare I say, even Cesaro is so good, even the great Khali had good matches with Cesaro just because of the swing. That was impressive, and that made a good Khali match.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Wow. Yeah, that's right. Oof.
Another thing we saw on this show, a promo with Kurt Angle in the ring, gentlemen, and I put a tweet out about this. And the promo was about the Women's Royal Rumble, and the line was, what's good for the women's, good for the men, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be the same rules. I don't know if they're going to come out every 2 minutes. They never said that. I'm thinking maybe a minute. I think it would be funny if they did it 1995 Royal Rumble and did it 30 seconds, that Rumble was 30 minutes long, but this is going to be too much. I don't care if you open the show with an hour-long Rumble, a half-hour Rumble. It's a Royal Rumble match in general pulls out so much emotion from a fan that by the end of it, what's left? You're running on fumes. That's why these are usually always, think about it in history. Every time a title match went on after a Rumble match on a pay-per-view, I feel like, besides Michaels and The Undertaker, that one match gets a pass because it was a gimmick match. It was a casket match. But besides that one match, they usually fizzle out because how do you follow a Royal Rumble? I feel like this is a mistake. Somebody tweeted me, I can't remember your name, I'm so sorry, but they mentioned the Women's Rumble match. It's a good idea, but they should have tested it out as a network special. Maybe, the weekend of something first to see, maybe how it would go over in general. This is going to be either really good or really bad, but I think by the end of it, the men are kind of going to be screwed because I think we're going to have a burnout, tired-ish crowd midway through that match, and it's going to take away what makes a Rumble match a lot of it good, is an insane crowd. What do you think, Luke?
I don't know. I mean, it could, but at the same time, we know what the Philadelphia fan base and the crowd usually is. They're usually on fire. The thing is, will they get tired? And if they don't, we might actually have a really good... I mean, I think that's why I think WWE is going to put out all the stops, and with all the surprise entrances, I think this year we're going to have a lot more than what we had last year. Because we basically... What did we have last year?
There was no surprise entrances at all last year.
Yeah, there was like none. So
Jack Gallagher
this year, I think
was your surprise entrance last year because he was a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't it Ty Dillinger?
Yeah. Well, that was his debut. Yeah, I guess.
So I mean,
but
I guess
feel like
I think
that would be an even bigger mistake if you open the show with the Women's Rumble and there's rumors of Trish and Lita and all these chicks coming back. These women coming back. Okay, that's awesome, but that's going to be hard to follow too. That's pulling a lot of emotion out of your crowd early when you want to spread out a good booked fucking show, in my opinion.
I think 2 Royal Rumbles is overkill. That's what made the Royal Rumble special. It's only one fucking Royal Rumble match. 2, I don't know, man. We'll see how this does, but I think the Philly crowd's going to shit all over this. I think they're going to shit all over this fucking thing.
It depends. If Asuka gets eliminated, God help anyone else left in that ring in this match, because I think, it's going to be very Daniel Bryan-esque. Like when he got eliminated in Philly in the Rumble, the fans just didn't care.
Oh, that's a good point since you brought that up. So who could win this? Because I didn't even realize that watching SmackDown that it's going to be 30 women. I thought it was going to be maybe 20. I was like, they don't even have 30 women on the roster, like the main roster. So they're definitely going to be bringing in some NXT chicks for sure.
And some definitely some surprises. So
I feel like also with this Riot Squad and Absolution bullshit that's been going on, which now they're losing matches, both of the groups, by the way, every week consistently. It seems like now it's like they're exposed. Like the reason they called them up was just like fill spots in the Rumble. It's like they didn't have a plan for these women. You know what I mean? That's how it's coming off.
And again, I wasn't against them debuting, but then to do the same thing on SmackDown, like a carbon fucking copy. I mean, come on, you could have done something else. But that was, yeah.
Speaking of the women, let's keep it going with the theme of Raw this week. Asuka actually had a match non-title with Alexa Bliss, and as Solomons would love to say, champs or chumps, I fucking knew because it was non-title that Alexa Bliss was going to lose, and I get it, the streak of Asuka, but I hate when champions lose clean like this, and like once in a while it's okay to do, and to their credit, they haven't done it in a while, but it seemed like for so many years on Raw, there was a consistent trend, like the champion would always lose on Raw, but always win on the pay-per-view. It was just, that was the pattern and the formula. I hope it doesn't go back to that, but that's what we got here. The match wasn't terrific, but it was okay. What did you guys think?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, Alexa Bliss, it was nothing special. Just glad she lost. But quite frankly, though, getting sick of her. Enough of Alexa Bliss. Let's put the title on somebody else. Enough of her. She's smoking hot. We get it, but she ain't nothing special. She's improved. I'll give you that. But that's it. She ain't nothing special.
I think I like Alexa Bliss, and it's not even her looks. I think she's decent in the ring, and she's really good on the mic. Actually,
she's okay.
I mean,
think she's
to me,
good on the mic. I think in ring is where she gets exposed a little bit more.
But then again, how many women in the current roster are even that good on the mic? So it's Charlotte, Alexa Bliss. I mean, who
Naomi
else?
Is not bad.
She's not bad. She's progressed. She's still not fucking great.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's good though. Yeah, I'm saying good on the mic. Besides, Yeah. Anybody else? Sasha's not
Like
good.
Charlotte's great on the mic.
Yes, yes.
But for me to say good, that's like in the middle. Like we still need to see more, needs more improvement. But I think.
So you know who's not bad on the mic is Paige. You know, I mean when.
Paige I think Paige is great on the mic.
I mean, there's just
fuck off. Personally,
I mean, hey, you're not a big fan of Paige, yeah. I could see why. I mean, you know,
no, it has nothing to do with her personal life. Yes. I just think she's always been overrated. I think she's always been overrated. I think I've said it before. I'll say it again. For the new year, fuck the new year, new me stuff. I'll retread. I'll say what I said before. Fucking, she came along at a time in 2014 where we didn't see this quote-unquote women's revolution. We still had a roster mainly consisting of like Rosa Mendez, Eva Marie, women like that. So it was easy for her to seem like she was really good. It's kind of like, and I don't want to use the expression as a sexist pig, you see a moderately attractive female around a group of not so attractive females, but she'll look like a runway model standing around. It was kind of like that, right? So when these talented women just kept coming, and what we have now, this Mae Young Classic tournament, all these women we've seen come and go, for me, she's not as good, I think, as ever, and it shows. She still has the worst headbutt in the business. I hate that headbutt. Her promos are so goddamn trite, and they're just hard for me to not feel like she's remembering the script. They don't come off as organic to me. Not that I just ranted about Paige or anything. Let's move it along, though, guys. Apollo Crews, Bray Wyatt. We saw a little bit. We didn't see Broken Matt in ring this week, Logan. We saw another backstage vignette. This time, though, a million little pictures of Matt. Is it getting too much, though? Like, are you tired of these already? Or you think they've done a good job at keeping them a little different each time? Like the goldfish.
I still like it. I'm not tired of it.
I still like it. I mean, you can only do so much in the ring in a segment. I mean, I think the physicality needs to be to a limit. So I think doing some backstage like mind games, I think that works. So.
But I'll tell you one thing though, that I don't know, that's not going to be a good match though. Like I keep saying, he's fucking kryptonite. So hopefully this is a one and done feud. But some tells me that it's not.
Yeah, something tells me it's not.
I'm going to give it a chance and an opportunity to shine.
But that's the thing.
We know the promos are going to shine between the two.
It's getting about that time. The house show run's going to start with 205 Live, and those two headlining it, apparently.
Yeah, but let me be honest. I think Bray Wyatt has gotten better on the mic because of this feud. We're not getting the same old Bray Wyatt.
I think we are. I think we're getting the exact same Bray Wyatt. I just think Matt is interesting. That's the only difference.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, I mean, he was never shitty on the mic. It's just that he's, like you said there, Travis, he's talking about the same fucking thing he's been talking about since he fucking debuted.
Which is nothing. Yeah. At least Jake Roberts, in his cocaine-ridden 1980s glory days, eventually got to the point of what he was talking about.
Jake Roberts is great, and you knew what he was talking about. Bray Wyatt's promos reminds me of fucking Ultimate Warrior. Like, what are you talking? What? Huh? What are you talking about? You know?
I do. People want to say that we finally see Wyatt vulnerable, and that is the one difference I've noted. Finally, we see someone playing the Randy Orton thing, burning the house down, and this are like the only two times we've ever seen this. So,
yeah, and you know that. And you know how what ended with that feud. So.
But here's another thing, though, is that people don't really.
I'll die on this, Travis.
People don't. I was gonna say,
but now they can hear me. Ha ha ha! No.
I was gonna say with Bray Wyatt, though, is that people don't care about his matches really, so that's going to be a problem. They kind of stand on their hands
because they never like his promos. They never lead to anything significant. Speaking of significant, and this is kind of a cheat sheet how I format Slam Picks. I kind of may or may not go down the WWE YouTube videos upload list and see what happened on Raw sometimes. And I saw Braun Strowman versus Rhino. That stuck out to me. So, of course, that was the first video from Raw this week I had to click on. they had a match, and I did pop, and Braun is still getting insanely over as a tweener. I don't know what the hell they're doing with him. I think they're just going to keep him tweener, but I loved it when Heath Slater got up on stage, guys, and Strowman just grabbed the mic and had it up, said, you know, either get down like the bitch you are, get in the ring and catch these hands like your partner. The crowd went insane. Just the repeated power slams, the crowd chanting one more time, and they went ape shit more and more. And to see Braun, and I know we voted him Superstar of the Year, Logan, into the finals, but he lost AJ Styles, but he was right down to the wire, and we're seeing now why more and more, guys, that Braun, I think this is really going to work if they keep doing it like this.
Braun's over big time, and honestly, I think he should have won Superstar of the Year because we know what AJ Styles can do. We know. But not Bray Wyatt, but Braun Strowman has come a long way with the short debut. And I'm a big fan.
You're salty. You're still salty from last week. I hear it in your voice. You wanted Braun to win so bad.
Yes, I did.
It was, you know how hard it is, guys, to do a show live and have to pick on the spot between AJ Styles and Braun Strowman as, you know, your guy of the year. I mean, the fact that Brock didn't make it again this year is kind of, you know, I went back and I thought about how we voted. Brock just had all those wins in those multi-man matches. But, dude, Bronson, do you kind of disregard Brock at this point because he's kind of never around? Is that the thing?
Yeah, and I mean, his matches are a hit or a miss, really, you know? It's like, well, I mean, the AJ one was good because he's in there with AJ Styles. But the Braun Strowman match was not good. Was not a fan of that one.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah.
Totally.
But the reason why I think Braun should have won most definitely is because if we put AJ Styles in Superstar of the Year every year, he would win because we know exactly what we're going to get from him. We're going to get 10 out of 10 star matches. So for me, giving Braun that recognition of being up there with AJ Styles does mean a lot.
Well, I'd say he should have won this year just for he made the best match of fucking Jinder Mahal. That was Jinder Mahal's probably best match ever in his whole career, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because he's fucking garbage, I think. Fucking hate Jinder Mahal. But anyway.
Speaking of you and your vices and things you say, Bronson, a big reason that you didn't know, but I did secretly want to have you on the show this week is because how many shows, Cruise Control, Future Wrestling, anything I've done with you, that you always mention how they do nothing with the club and they're going to do nothing continuously. But this week, what happened? What did you do? You got kind of a Christmas present, it seemed like.
Yeah, I got to say, that was great, man. That is good. And from what I was reading, it's not a one-time only thing. So that is good. Finally, you know, fuck. Took forever, but good. You got, you know, take what you can get, and that's good, man. I'm happy for them. That's good.
See, all that podcasting's paying off. You're getting karma's working your way. If you complain enough into a microphone, they'll listen eventually. Someone will hear.
They are listening to you. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I agree.
Listen to Brock.
This was. Why did this take so fucking long in the first place? But we're not going to get salty. We're going to focus on the positives here. At least they're doing it now. I think it is eventually going to lead to Gallows and Anderson kind of turning on Balor to get him over more as sympathetic babyface. But let's enjoy it now for what it is.
Yeah.
I will say this crowd, though, this live crowd, I don't know how they took to it. They didn't. I don't think they reacted kind of how they hoped they would.
Give it time. Give it time.
That's what
they
I'm
need
saying.
the right feud.
You need the
They
right
need the
city
right
to do this kind of debut in for fuck's sake. You need a smart kind of city like a Philly or Chicago, like we were talking about.
But again too, it's the way they've fucking been booked for like the past year. It's just like fucking nothing. So that doesn't help either.
Get them in a Ballard Club shirt too as fast as possible because their little fucking barometer shirts with like nerd rage on it, they're not very good.
I gotta say that catchphrase is also shitty. When he was there and then they said nerd, I was like, ugh, that is not a good catchphrase. Never liked that catchphrase. Nerd. I was like, ugh.
When they went to pro wrestling school,
catchphrase,
the trainer just gave them like a 3-disc DVD box set of Revenge of the
They're
Nerds.
trying. I want to see them get the right feud. I think that's going to help put them over as a group again. And the only thing is, who do you put them against? Who is that right group? Sanity?
No, you don't want to have them beat Sanity already after they make their debut, right? So that wouldn't be good.
War
I
Machine.
mean,
Well, they probably won't be on the main roster yet, when they debut.
I've been thinking about that too, like the rumors of the War Machine and Ricochet come. I can see War Machine going right to the main roster. I don't know why.
I think Mike Bennett is a perfect example. Sometimes you should be on NXT just for the WWE universe to know who the fuck you are.
For me though, personally, I don't know if I'm biased. To compare Mike Bennett to War Machine, that's maybe I just prefer guys that look like shit kickers. I don't know. I was never a big Mike Bennett fan to begin with when he was with fucking Matt Taven in the Kingdom in ROH. You know what I mean?
I didn't watch any of that stuff, so you're putting me on. I just knew his name and it's like, okay. And he seemed, I did hear him mention a couple of times, but I mean, you got to admit that debut is, I mean, where is he now? I mean,
I know he has his fans, but there's so many guys they could have grabbed from ROH, PWG. I don't care, but before Mike Bennett got, and who's he married to? But I'm not gonna
But the funny thing is, I mean, the plan was for him to be the new Miz, and then that never happened.
He could never touch Miz. I've seen him in many a promo in ROH where he doesn't have writers where it's on the fly, and he just doesn't have it like Miz would.
Oh. I mean, Miz could be in recent, like one of the newer wrestlers from the 2000s, one of the best promo guys out there. I mean, even on Real World, when I even watched the Real World he was on, he was cutting promos. Miz is probably one of the best of the new guys. Not that he's new, but newish guys that's been around on the mic. The Miz, I mean, wow, fuck, when he's on, he is on.
This thing with the club, though, to kind of segue back so we can get on to SmackDown. I feel like for the casuals, this may kind of backfire. If you don't know anything about like the origin, like a casual now to type in Bullet Club, like Gallows and Anderson, unfortunately, aren't going to come up usually right away on search. It's going to be like the Elite and shit like that, more current, right? Because that's how algorithms of YouTube work. But for casuals, does this come off like Balor just turned heel? Because fans don't know. Because Gallows and Anderson didn't really change anything.
I think they might be kind of tweeners, maybe Gallows and I don't think you're turning Balor heel yet. So I think they're just with them, and I don't know, maybe they'll just be faces eventually. I don't know, but yeah. They're definitely not turning Balor heel anytime soon.
No, I know they're not going to turn him heel, but I'm saying, do you think that's going to confuse casual fans to make like, is Balor a heel now? What's happening? Because they don't know about like Bullet Club history and stuff.
Maybe they'll just think they're faces now. The Gallows and I think they'll. Who knows?
We did see a Kurt Hawkins thing on the file. I showed you guys the brand new shirt? What did you think about that, guys, for Kurt Hawkins? I kind of liked it.
That's legit. I thought it was like somebody made it, but that's pretty
legit.
Cool.
He brought it up in the promo how it's embarrassing that WWE shop has a shirt for him finally, but it's that, and how he hates it. But yeah, it's legit.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, some wrestlers never get a shirt, so that's something.
And some wrestlers get a shirt that looks like Neville's.
What is Neville's shirt? See, I don't even remember his fucking shirt. What was it?
Logan, it literally looked like Logan or I could make it in Photoshop in like 2 minutes. It was that boring. And Logan, not Logan. Neville came out on social media and said how he hated the shirt and that whole controversy.
Wow, speaking of Neville, what the hell's going on with him? That's, you know what? I call it now. Maybe 2018 Royal Rumble, he makes his return.
I'm thinking that too. I can see Neville coming out. Logan, are you there? Are you having connection problems?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, buddy.
You're good, man. What do you think about Neville being in the Rumble? Can you see that?
I could see it. I can most definitely see it. I think he'll even get a huge pop too from the crowd.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Philly, yeah, they'll pop huge for him.
Yeah.
I think it will, because I don't think he's not gone, because if he was gone from the WWE, they would have said, hey, we come to terms with the future, wish him best in his future endeavors. So he's obviously still under contract. That's a perfect opportunity for him to come back and then stay as far away from the Cruiserweight division and just have him be on SmackDown or some shit. Yeah, I think SmackDown would be the perfect place for him.
Speaking of the Cruiserweight division, thank you, Bronson, for that little boost. this week, you could say for weeks, Logan, the division, it's been a little lackluster. It's been a little silver. But this week, my oh my, did the division ever get a touch of gold? Gold Dust! Gold Dust! Yes, you heard me right. Gold Dust was in Cruiserweight segment this week. I know you're just thrilled about this, Logan.
I was. He looked like a damn freaking cruiserweight out there. A giant
Tall.
230-pound cruiserweight.
Hold on, explain that. So how is he on 205 Live now? I'm confused.
I don't know if he's on 205 Live. I knew he was on the segment.
He was on 205 Live, Travis.
Oh, he had a match. He had a tag match with him and Cedric the Entertainer. I mean, Cedric Alexander, yeah.
Yeah, I did not catch Cruise Control next week. Under the weather yesterday. I did not even watch the show this week. I did not know that. So, did they sign him and Nia Jax? The last two people I could ever see them signing. Of course, they signed to fucking 205 Live as Goldust and Nia Jax.
Ugh. Wow. Yeah, that couple, right?
It's a sick joke at this point, isn't it? The booking of the show. It's one big fucking rib until it goes away. I feel like backstage, like they literally throw anyone on there.
Yeah, sad but true. I agree completely.
I like Goldust. I think it will bring a funnier character to the 205 Live, but I just don't understand. How is it 205 when you got somebody that's 230 on the division now? I don't know. It's like they're pulling for anything out of the haystack.
You know what they should just do with 205 Live? Just give that extra hour to NXT. That'd be a good idea. Something. But because we know that I'm going to say now 205 Live probably be dead before or after WrestleMania, but definitely,
I feel like the NXT, the NXT one-off we just saw or whatever during WWE Week could have been a test run.
Oh yeah, well, hey, Logan said according to him that it's going to be the 1 hour soon. Yeah. So how's that going, Logan?
I haven't heard much about it anymore, but it was on Twitter.
Wonderful.
I mean, that's
Twitter.
a good idea. Yeah, that would be great because Raw should definitely not be 3 hours.
Do something. Do something.
They
and the company,
might
it's
even
the
announce
network.
it.
It's not the company. Like everyone backstage hates it. Vince and all them. They cannot be a fan of having to worry about booking 3 hours every week. Who could? That's what killed WCW. When Nitro went 3 hours, it became too much as a combination of other bullshit, but that was a big one.
Yeah, and what else killed it is Vince Russo had the smart idea to get rid of the extra hour, and then that cost WCW like millions of dollars when they just cut that extra hour.
And then they kept changing their time slots, 2 to 3 hours, different times, and the last thing you want to do, we say it all the time, is confuse your viewer. And they did. Mm-hmm. So no one knew when to fucking watch. And when you did watch, you're getting Brian Knobbs in a hardcore title match. Holy God, I got to tune into that.
Ugh. I gave up around W, like, I don't know, the early 2000s, like when the whole Vince Russo promo at Bash at the Beach, I didn't even watch. I was already done by then, but I just heard about it when he did that promo against Hogan.
Two things, speaking of Dread, that I definitely...
I don't know. I think... Go ahead, Travis.
No, by all means.
Oh, what were you
I was just going to say, if they do go to two hours like it was on Twitter, they might even announce it on Raw on the 25th anniversary.
I could see that.
Well, that'd be a good spot to do it.
Yeah, you definitely, I would like to think the 25th anniversary is going to be one of their higher viewed Raws of the year. Definitely. So that'd be a good platform to do it on, I agree.
Yeah. Speaking of that, though, what other people from the past could you see? Like, not the people that they keep going.
IRS will be there, I'm sure. IRS is always at these fucking things.
Oh, wow. Yeah, IRS.
Goldberg
could be.
Fuck
I mean, maybe.
BWO.
Batista, maybe.
Repo Man.
Why would be the BWO? That wouldn't. Oh wait, they own ECW, but I guess.
I mean, they did the ECW Invasion episode in '97 from Manhattan Center.
Yeah, they did. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I could see all eras too. Like, could that be the big coup, or is that too soon?
I'm guessing it'll be. Oh, you know, be funny if they get fucking Damien Demento.
Because he was like the first main event, right? Like with the Undertaker or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
You ever watch Damien Demento shoots in like his later days? He's so angry. They're tremendous. I'll link you to.
He had a YouTube channel like years ago where he talked wrestling, and he seemed a bit crazy.
I'm a fucking construction worker. I got a real job. He's so angry and bitter. It's
something
so you've
like
seen
that.
him, so you know what's up. I'm gonna reach out to him.
What do you guys think?
What?
What do you guys think about Hulk Hogan?
What did you say, Logan?
What
do
do
you
I
honestly think Hulk Hogan could be?
Do I think they should ever bring him back? Is that what you're asking?
I'm saying, do you think he could come back on the 25th anniversary?
That would be fucking huge. I would think that would be great, actually. I would like to see that.
It would be huge, but I think for the pandering era they're in and the PG and the Stephanie McMahon and all that PR bullshit, they're not going to do it anytime soon.
Although Hogan beating Gawker made him a hero, though. So there is that.
We're living in an era where the word racism is such a harbinger for so much hate, violence, more now than since like the 60s, I feel like.
Oh, this generation, yeah. This generation, we're fucked.
So to bring in a guy, and we're not
worse.
talking like he did this like 15 years ago. This was only like 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago that this came out with his racist remark. I feel like, see, if I was running it, time heals all fucking wounds. He didn't kill anybody. I get it. Maybe in 20 fucking years if he was still kicking. I don't know. I feel like either way, it's bad. It's bad business to bring him back. You're just going to get, yes, you're going to get eyes, you're going to get attention, but eventually it's going to turn sour and it's going to get negative. People aren't going to forget that kind of shit anytime soon when they can just go on YouTube and be reminded and find that clip anytime. I don't know.
Yeah, but
it's good.
I'll debate and say, what about them doing the memoriam for Jimmy Snuka, who fucking killed his girl? I mean, that's
people lost their shit over that.
So the fact that he's still in the Hall of Fame too.
I think a good one. I'm sure he might even be. There's probably Brett. It's always good to see Brett.
Yeah, we don't see him too often. Brett's a good one. Yeah.
I know we don't. I know we all don't agree that this is going to happen, but if it were to ever happen, CM Punk.
I would love to see him back, but yeah, I don't.
Take off those rose-colored goddamn glasses, Logan, for 2 seconds.
I'm just saying.
You said Hogan and Punk. Those are your two predictions. My God, could you aim any higher?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying, like, if you were to bring back Punk at any time, and you have the biggest audience ever on a Monday Night Raw, it would be this one.
Yeah, but I think though he's done with wrestling, because obviously if he was still wrestling, he could go wrestle New Japan. He could go anywhere he fucking wanted to if he still wanted to continue wrestling, right? But yeah, it would be nice. But
Neville could be. You could also bring Neville back to the show. Can you guys?
Wait, what's that?
Can you guys?
Okay.
Yeah. See, Neville, we talked about him coming back in the Rumble, but this could probably be even better if he has patched thing up to come back on the 25th and then get a buzz on 205 Live, something. But he's not going back, so that 205 Live's fucked either way. I don't think he's going back. I think he's main roster in it.
Yeah, putting him back on the cruiserweight division would be fucking stupid. He did everything. What's left?
Is it just me, or over the years, since NXT has become such a huge success, guys, the two words main roster seems such like a depressing term anymore to hear that. Like, you shudder when you hear the words main roster. And unfortunately, the last two things on Raw this week were my point in case. Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns again. God damn it. They keep wasting these fucking matches. This could have been built up to a great pay-per-view match. I feel like the most violent kind of match we could see in this era, but of course, they blow their loads every week. I didn't really care this week either way. What did you guys think?
Yeah, well, I didn't like that he lost, so that already, like, I was like, oh, fuck. But yeah, they keep doing that. But yeah, but I guess they do it on Raw because more people watch Raw than they watch any of their pay-per-views. So that's what I'm guessing. That's why they did it.
Logs?
Well, I like Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns, but I feel like it is a pay-per-view worthy match, and it should have been on the pay-per-view. But I think long term, if Samoa Joe were to win the championship, it will be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, there's still possibility of them, fixing this and doing it long term. The problem is they got to be careful. Don't do this next week. Just at least do something different than just have them keep going out there. Even if Joe wins next week, then we get to even Steven territory. So then by the time you get to the title match and Joe finally wins it from Roman for the 800th match, it's kind of like, finally. It's like pulling a Band-Aid off, and you don't want it to get to that point. You want it to be like, okay, good wrestling feels like an orgasm, where bad wrestling feels like you just ripped the worst Band-Aid off of your life. Like a slow, terrible build-up. Finally, it's done. Let's move on to something else. We're like, oh, so good. I just came on air for the first time. That's how I love to ring in the first episode of the year. My God.
Yay, Travis.
That's the problem with just WWE booking for years now, is that when they have a pay-per-view match, these guys have wrestled like fucking 5 times already, and then by the time they get to the pay-per-view match, they're like, I don't really care as much, It's like,
and they will need a stipulation for that pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. Like how many fucking like last year was it? I think it was last year. How many fucking times did Sasha Banks and Charlotte fucking wrestle, and then the title kept changing? That was terrible, man. I was never a fan of it.
Basic booking, in my opinion, from any era it's timeless. Stipulation matches should never be a need. They should be a bonus. Like the Horseman and Flair and Dusty stuff back in the day, the War Games, yeah. But those matches, even without War Games, were just as red hot. But you threw War Games, it was just like cherry on the sundae. It made it that much hotter. But now it's like these guys need it. That's why you have entire shows called Money in the Bank and fucking gimmick shows and 2 Rumble matches. We just talked about it, and that's all coming full circle. Coming full circle at the very end of Raw. I got to say one thing. Kane, 2017, 2018. Yes, I get it. He closed out the show pretty much with Brock this week. This promo from Heyman, and no, he cuts good ones, but this one was extra good. It was so fucking good. I really enjoyed it. Only to be ruined by Kane. I mean, we saw Braun Strowman looking on the monitor. Why couldn't Braun come out and do something too? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, let's hope this is Kane's retirement tour, man. Enough with Kane. Like, go away now.
And I don't want to be that guy that bitches about any part-timer coming back, because I want to be open-minded. If Kane could still go from, like, in my opinion, his prime, like 2001 Kane, if he could still be that Kane, fucking awesome. Let's do it. But unfortunately, time gets everybody. He's not the same Kane.
It's like the NFL. At some point, you just slow down and you can't do it like you used to. So, there's my NFL, Madden, whatever, of the.
You just can't help it. You're so addicted to Madden. You try to fit it in every show you do.
Yeah, I'm like you should. I guess you should have said a player, because the NFL is not. Yeah, I don't get it.
Like Terrell Owens, for example.
Yeah, all right.
Like
okay, yeah.
Time, or Randy Moss or somebody like that. Just
Tony Romo.
It's not. Yep, but injuries caught up to him. And they normally do for
like
a lot
a Shawn
of people.
Michaels
WWE.
would be fucking Peyton Manning, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that was Raw this week, guys. Overall, around the board, what do you grade this week's episode, Bronson?
Man, it was.
I'll give it a C+.
Look at you stepping on toes, Myers. Is that an interception, since you're just talking about football?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I don't do the C's. I do number ratings. So that's my rating.
I don't do letters. I do numbers.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's 6 out of 10 is fair. For all the shit I give you, Logan, I'm gonna agree. C+. Am I nothing real? I mean, the club thing. I think that's the only reason it probably got like the plus. Honestly, it probably would have been a C show. Honestly, besides that, it was good to see. Obviously, my favorite part of Raw.
I agree.
You better. Well, guys, that's going to take us right to, the other end. The blue team, let's go Hut said Hut. This week's SmackDown review.
little bit.
SmackDown Live this week, gentlemen. Kicked off, I believe, guys, right, with the tag team title match? BENJABLES and the Usos, right?
Yes, sir.
My God. My match of the week already, I can say. Even though Sami Zayn had a good match with Styles, this is my match of the night. This was excellent. I like the finish. I like that they're not doing it yet. We'll see. But we all know what happened pretty much. But what did you guys think?
Yeah, it was a good match. I don't like those kind of tease finishes, but it was a good match, definitely.
I personally thought it was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
Again, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable are starting to connect with me as a fan more than some of the other tag teams. And Chad Gable is just very good in the ring. Like, he is 10 times better than Jason Jordan.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it doesn't help he's an Olympian, but yeah, I agree. Jason Jordan's still really good, but Chad's just a little bit better.
Yeah, and Chad Gable has charisma.
That's true.
That's definitely.
But that's what they did, and where do you think they're going next? You think they're going to Rumble pre-show match? You think this could be a match on the actual card?
Probably not.
I think it should be on the card. We saw what the Usos did with the New Day when they were put on a pre-show.
I gotta say, still though, if you're on the main roster and you got to do a pre-show, that's gotta kind of be a shitty to your morale. Like, fuck, I'm on the pre-show, really?
Just ask Austin Aries.
Ask Neville.
Wow. Yeah, and Austin Aries, where the fucking match isn't even on the Blu-ray of WrestleMania. I was like, wow, that's really shitty.
Would you guys
Jeff
take
Hardy
it as an
and
insult if you bust your ass every week on TV, or would you still be like, it's a payday, I'm just happy to be here, feed my family sort of thing?
The Hardys, The Miz, remember that?
Yeah, depends on where I'm at in the roster, but if I'm like, let's say like a Matt Hardy type, I'd be kind of pissed. Yeah.
That one was more different than any of them. They put them on 2 hours before the actual show. There was like 10 people, photographers.
Yeah, something like that would make me pissed.
Here's a matchup I kind of like because it was different, guys. I know this U.S. title tournament going on, apparently for the vacant U.S. title. We'll talk about Ziggler a little bit if you guys want to. Xavier Woods and Aiden English thought had a nice little match. Xavier Woods gets the Duke here. Moving on in the U.S. title tournament, it had me thinking, could this be an under-the-radar thing? Could they kind of get them out of the tag division and give Xavier a chance? I could see him like, well, he's going out of his way. He has initiative with his up, down, down. Let's give him a belt for all his hard work. Could you see him doing it?
Maybe. Yeah. It's possible. I mean, they definitely need to break them up already. I mean, shit, it's been time, but then so
they're still over though, Braun. But so
was the Shield, and they split them up. So when does that stop them? I mean, the Shield was red hot, and then out of nowhere they just killed the group.
I just don't see it right now.
I don't know. I think they've been stale as fuck, but that's just me.
I think they rejuiced themselves.
I don't agree, but yeah, I think they're doing the same shtick they've been doing, corny ass jokes and fucking trombone, but then again, I'm not a fan, so anyway, fucking hate the New Day.
Oh,
we'll see where it goes. Aiden English protesting afterwards since he wants his loss voided from the record. Rusev Day, by the way, came out. That's something in the news this week. One of the top, if not the top, merchandise seller of the week on WWE Shop. And who would have thought? And I'm so fucking happy for a guy like Rusev, who's great, who just got treated booking-wise like shit for years because of one dumb mistake with breaking kayfabe with his wife. I don't know, and I'm digging it. I'm digging Rusev Day still.
I gotta say, I mean, he's finally showing some personality, because before, when he was the Monster Rusev, it was like, this is this anti-American, not showing much charisma. But now with this Rusev Day, he's showing, some fucking personality, which is a good change.
I kind of like that Monster heel Rusev in the beginning when he was just squashing guys, when Lana was a good mouthpiece. when it was more of a Drago type thing, when they took it serious. But then, of course, it became stale because they didn't evolve it. I think if they would have evolved it in a way and showed this side of him then, you know, it'd be just as good.
Yeah, I agree. I like Rusev. Rusev's built something off of social media, kind of like what Zack Ryder did and some of the other guys did. And it seems like more and more guys are trying their best on social media to use that as a platform to get over with the fans.
Yeah, but Zack Ryder is a perfect example. Just WWE sometimes don't like that. I mean, think about 2011, how fucking over Zack Ryder was, and then.
But then Xavier Woods comes along as a prime example of why they love guys like that. And now he'll like sponsor up, and down. It gets like KFC deals. You know, it even goes to show you can have a sex tape come out and it's no big thing. You know.
Yeah, well, I guess he's in a different category though, because I guess they like him and they probably never liked Zack Ryder. So there's that.
True. Speaking of no big thing, apparently Breezango's push, which we thought we were going to get from the Fashion Files, is not going to be that. I don't know what's going on with these guys. This sucks. This sucks. They're getting treated like this. Getting beaten to death by the Bludgeon Brothers. The Ascension set up Breezango or something. Thought they were doing them a favor getting them the match. Ascension comes out and to like save the day. And then I kind of got excited for a second because maybe that'd be a good match. But the Ascension kind of got their ass beat too. So it was like, and I liked the Bludgeon Brothers at first. But the more and more, it's the outfits. And I try to not be that petty. These outfits are terrible.
Yes. That's the thing. When I was watching SmackDown, like, you know, at first it was whatever, something new, but really looking at and staring at those outfits, like, holy.
And I know they're working like two hosses. They're kicking the shit out of guys like they're Vader and fucking Hanson as a tag team back in the day. But imagine Vader and Hanson in like these horrible outfits. That would kind of ruin the perceptions reality thing in a way. It does. Yeah. It is a thing.
Yeah, it's terrible. It is a shitty out, but also the crowd doesn't really give a shit either. Really, they're kind of fucking pin drops too. So that doesn't help either.
Because they know what's coming. This is just filler bullshit. Breezango deserves better. Quite frankly, Harper and Rowan deserve better, and they should have just been Harper and Rowan because they were fine.
Yeah, well, WWE's logic is, you know, people don't remember, and they chance like, oh, people don't remember like 6 months ago or a year from now. They've always been on that mindset, and then let's repackage them.
Maybe Logan's going to surprise us here, though, Braun. Maybe he loved this segment. You're awful quiet about it, Logan.
I want to be fans of Harper and Rowan, but they're giving me a reason not to. And I mean, I think the characters could work, the gimmick could work, too. But then again, if you're gonna keep doing it the way they're doing it, I don't know why I don't like it.
You know what this reminds me of? Like a modern day version, like back in the day. Late 80s, right? You know how Demolition was WWF's version of the LOD because they couldn't get the LOD. And they were dominant. And then they signed the LOD, and, you know, the rumors, War Machine coming. I feel like when War Machine comes in, it's going to be like that. That could be their initial feud, and they're going to... Bludgeon Brothers are going to get the Demolition treatment.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I mean, like, if they don't go into NXT.
Because if you think about it, it's just a watered down War Machine with weird hammers. Like, look like bad Skyrim characters you made in like 30 fucking seconds.
See, I've never watched any of War Machine. I wasn't even familiar with them until fairly recently. So I don't know shit about War Machine.
You gotta look it up, man. They're good stuff. I recommend that. They're really good. They've been tearing it up for years now. Something that didn't tear it up for me again is a Shane McMahon promo this week, Logan. Did you catch this with him, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles?
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, I guess, is he heel now because he's doing his best Tobey Maguire impersonation from Spider-Man 3. He's wearing all black, so that means he's heel.
Ugh. I don't know. When Shane opens his mouth, I mute the TV. I don't even care what he has to say. That's how I fucking hate Shane McMahon at this point. Well, I've never really been a big fan, but I'm really sick of him now with this current generation, this current version.
Are we supposed to be confused in all this as to who's really the babyface of the heel? You think that's the goal? Because I am. I'm confused as shit.
Yeah, but you know, this just means even if they make Daniel Bryan heel, they're still gonna cheer him. So it's not gonna stop people from cheering him. So this is gonna backfire.
What do you think, Logan?
I think it will backfire too. I agree with Braun on this.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna boo him. I mean, they should just do a reverse and everybody start booing Shane McMahon. Why is he even a face? He should really. I mean,
he should be the heel.
yeah.
Daniel Bryan still gets the yes chance. I mean, I don't get it. But again, I think Daniel Bryan's more of a tweener now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely very heelish. I mean, but still, they're still going to cheer him though. But yeah, definitely, he's definitely I mean,
we talked about it earlier with Braun, and Braun's point in case right now for a perfect time in a guy's career to make him a tweener when the angle calls for it. This is a time where it's not that. They need to either go one way or the other with both of these characters in this angle.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest problem with this.
Yeah, and then I don't want to see another Shane McMahon match, but that's probably going to happen.
Speaking of problems, man, to move the train along, the Riot Squad had a match with Natalya, Carmella, Tamina. Riot Squad, Jesus Christ. Please, somebody take this.
I don't even want to talk about the match. I want to talk about... Go ahead, bro.
Who won? I didn't even care. I was like, who won this match? I didn't even. I was like,
I think it was the Riot Squad pinning Tamina.
All right, okay, we can move on. Yeah, this is
What if we're gonna talk
after the
about
match though, didn't Becky Lynch return?
Oh yes.
And nobody even noticed, and nobody cared. That crowd acted like they just saw her wrestle earlier that night. There was hardly any reaction. I was like, wow, she was red hot. I used to be a big fan of Becky Lynch, but they just made her this cookie cutter, kid friendly. Let's make her perfect for WWE shop with lame catchphrases on t-shirts. Bullshit. And look what it's done. Look how it's affected the reactions already. I totally forgot she even went away for a while. I'll come clean. I did.
And she's very good, man. I think she could wrestle. She could kind of. She's not bad on the. Well, I mean, this gimmick is terrible. I agree with you there, Travis, but she's good.
Did you hear Ruby Riot's promo though? Anybody?
Did you see Sarah Logan work a fucking match this week, Logan? Did you see all of it? I mean, it's just. If anything, I would never thought I would say Liv Morgan looked the best this week out of all of them. I thought she was selling some things really good. That was one positive. Maybe only because she's so annoying and loud. She seems like she sells better, but I don't know. This is awful. Oh, no. This is just bullshit. Fucking, it's awful.
You know what's pretty shitty too is that they're still on NXT.
I think that was only because those tapings probably happened before, so I don't think we're gonna see them. Yeah, you could be, you could be totally right. Who knows? It wouldn't surprise me because after this women's rumble, I wouldn't be surprised if they just go back down, because obviously Sarah Logan's not fucking ready, in my opinion, at all. I know I'm not a trained worker. Come at me, but I got those two things called fucking eyes. So when I watch Sarah Logan on the main roster, I can immediately, use common sense and tell that she's not ready.
That's the funny thing with Sarah Logan. I mean, I watch NXT all the time. I've only seen maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 matches. Definitely, I didn't see her that often in NXT, so that was a weird one. She was not an NXT regular.
Logan, are you going? You going the big thumbs up here? Or you going the Batista thumbs down on this?
I'm doing. If I had 3 arms, I would do 3 arms down.
3 Batistas giving a thumbs down.
Yeah.
To do. That's a lot. That's a lot of Batista.
I'm gonna give the Goro arms a thumbs down. That's 4 thumbs down.
Batista with Goro arms. I'm gonna Photoshop that at some point in my life.
Yeah.
Holding 4 fucking sodas. I don't know. Where are we? That's how great the Riot Squad is. We're making up Mortal Kombat characters on the fly.
I said, Ruby Riot did do a promo, and I don't know. To me, that's the only positive thing out of anything lately with them. And
I
she didn't do that bad on the mic.
I hate her
I get
promos. I thought you were going the other way with that completely, like when you said that earlier. Like, no, she's not
This
impressing me,
one was a
so
better promo.
she's
This
not. I
one
don't like.
was.
I'd say she's pretty good in the ring, but yeah, her promo. I didn't pay attention to her promos, but yeah,
It was better than the other ones I've heard.
yeah.
I feel like
But I
women
wouldn't
even
want to
like.
give her the mic every week.
I feel like women like even Dakota Kai that we saw in the tournament, and obviously Tessa Blanchard, but other women that didn't stand out as much. But I feel like so many women were even made more sense to just bring on board than Sarah Logan. I mean, Sarah Logan was fine as Crazy Mary Dobson on the Indies, and that's one thing, but sometimes it just doesn't translate. It just doesn't click, and it takes time.
Oh, that's who Sarah Logan is. She was Crazy Mary Dobson.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I didn't
know
even know that at first until I watched the Mae Young Classic. I was like, no shit, I had no clue.
So was she the same like Swamp Hillbilly character or no?
I only ever saw her as Crazy Mary Dobson, and then I was just like, well, why didn't they just make her fucking Crazy Mary Dobson? And then I'm like, well, it's probably like she would probably prefer to keep that, so if she gets released, she could make a living on the Indies with that gimmick. So I get that.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. No, but was her look the same? Did she speak with that funny voice? I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Like,
she was pretty much Rosemary from Impact, right? Like Crazy Mary Dobson. That was essentially what it was. I would say Rosemary's a little more in your face character.
Wow, she was like Rosemary. Wow, they should have done that. That sounds way more interesting than whatever the fuck Sarah Logan's supposed to be.
Maybe we'll see it too. I wouldn't be surprised if that could be a Sister Abigail.
Damn it! Oh yeah, she's from. That could, yeah.
But yeah, like we said after the match, we saw Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch returning come out. Just the women brawled, and nobody really fucking cared, in my opinion, and this crowd's opinion. It seemed like, did either one of you guys care about this? Pretty much no is a consensus, I guess.
You know, getting back to Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan and these other chicks, though, they like out of the people that should have debuted already. Obvious one is the Iconic Duo. I mean, there was rumors that they were going to debut. Why haven't they debuted? They definitely deserved it more than those two.
I agree completely. Even if I did bring them both up, obviously Peyton Royce would be my go-to.
Yeah,
push more.
She's definitely the better wrestler out of the bunch. Definitely, yeah.
Nobody can hear me hacking, by the way, this whole episode, so I just want to apologize to Logan and Bronson. I've muted my mic so much tonight because I'm getting over being sick, so you guys are troopers. But yeah, I feel like Peyton's the more total package of the two.
Yeah.
I agree.
Speaking of that, I wonder how long do you see, not to change the subject to NXT, how long do you see Ember Moon hanging on to the title? I mean, she's already been there for a while. I figured she should be debuting soon. It's probably not going to be a long title reign for her.
I'd say probably like May-ish, like a month or two after Mania, she'll drop it to Kyrie or Shayna Baszler. Maybe she'll drop it to Baszler. Maybe Shayna Baszler, since they're going to push her to the moon apparently, since she's dominating everyone, they're going to give her like a shock win right away. They're going to make the baby face chase the heel all over again. But have we seen too much of that? I feel like we have. I think we've seen too much of Ember chasing. It's time for her to get a run, and I feel like that would be too soon.
I think I could definitely see Shayna Baszler getting the Kevin Owens treatment. She wins the title, and then she'll just debut it with the title. So I don't see her even staying on NXT very long.
I feel like, and I don't know, it might be the right call. We'll see. Only if Shayna Baszler lives up to what they see in her. But I think the big money match at the end of the day in the company's eyes is going to be Baszler and Asuka. And you can see why.
Yeah. But let's all be real, though. The only reason WWE even signed Baszler is because they want Ronda Rousey. And supposedly she's signing, but she's not signing at Royal Rumble. But who knows when that's going to happen.
I agree.
And that's really the only reason she...
I respectfully, and I'll tell you why. I feel like Ronda was, yes, of course, that was her big-ass push to get her in there faster than a lot of other people would. Definitely got that name recognition, but I think, like, Shayna Baszler is a safer bet. Like, maybe they would prefer Baszler because Ronda, because of the bigger name, the money she's already made, she could just, who knows with these people that have their money already made, she could just stop caring. And for someone like Baszler who legit kind of wants to make it, she could be more of a company person, I feel like. So she'd be more the safe bet. So I could, I don't know.
Here's the thing with Baszler though is that she's not a known name though, and again she's friends with Ronda Rousey, so and
They could
she's
build
not
her
very
to that.
she's not very charismatic either, so that kind of don't help.
I mean, come on. I mean, Daniel Bryan was a guy that came in at the very beginning of NXT in 2010. And I know I just named dropped Daniel Bryan, but there's so many examples I could use, but we were just talking about him. Daniel Bryan came in. Essentially, unless you're an internet smart, you'd lived on YouTube and Ring of Honor and Indie, no one knew who he was, and look what he became. So sometimes I feel like the company, when done right, can make someone. I don't know if I'm the biggest Baszler. Right now, I'm not the biggest Baszler fan. I see potential, but she needs work, but I could see why they would kind of push her, Logan.
And I can see it too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough, but at the same time, let's give. At the end of the day, we got to give a lot of them a chance. You know, it's not gonna become really good, and she's not gonna become over or the best in the ring overnight. So.
Well, I mean, the one thing she's got to really fucking learn is to fucking sell. That's the one thing we really need to see from her is her fucking selling. That's one thing she didn't really do a whole lot in the Mae Young Classic.
I agree.
See, I mean, I could see your point, but I just don't see Baszler being that big star that they want her. I mean, yeah, it could change, but I don't see her as that big megastar woman.
I don't think she'd be I think she'd be more of their monster heel to help megastars like an Asuka, or hopefully they want Ember Moon to be a megastar. But if it was Ronda, it would be like another kind of heel. It would be two different kind of heels, right?
Yeah, well, Ronda, to me, if she does sign, I think Ronda's probably gonna tell me you guys' thoughts. But Ronda's probably gonna have the Brock Lesnar schedule, and she comes and goes whenever she feels like it. It's a special attraction with her. I doubt you're gonna see her 200 days or even 100 days on the road and shit.
Doubtful. Plus all the abuse her body's already gone through in MMA, all the injuries, and I mean, she could surprise everyone and do it. Maybe because she does love pro wrestling. I will give that to old Ronda.
Yeah, I think she'll have more of a schedule than Brock Lesnar, at least. Maybe every paper. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of deal, if she does sign, how that deal is going to be worked out.
Speaking of interesting, AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, that's an interesting matchup we've never really seen. And it was a good match. Up there at the tag match, 2 matches a night. I just like the tag match a little bit more. This was really good. Sami Zayn is ridiculous, by the way, in a good heel way with his entrances and his struts lately. Holy shit.
Travis, what match did I say needed to happen against AJ Styles?
I was waiting on it. Do it. Go ahead.
I said Sami Zayn, but it wasn't for the title on SmackDown. But I still say Sami Zayn could be the next person to face AJ Styles.
Well, I'm all for that.
Go ahead, Bronson.
No, I'm saying I'm all for that if they have a match again. I don't know if you want to get to it already, but the you know how it ended and it's going to be a handicap match. I'm not for that, but we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, that coming out of the finish on this, which actually saw Sami Zayn, another champ as a chump. Believe it or not, lo and behold, another champ.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sami Zayn gets the pin. Now Sami Zayn can now say he's pinned AJ Styles, but it was announced afterwards that by Daniel Bryan, who's playing this weird tweener black shirt Tobey Maguire shit, a handicap match. I don't know how I feel about it either, Bronson. I don't. Maybe it'll be good. Look at the guys in it. I would assume it would be good.
Yeah, but just handicaps in general, I'm just like never like, because if he beats both of them, it makes them look weak.
Is the last time we saw this for the title with like Breakdown 98 with Austin against both The Undertaker and Kane? Has it been that long?
I was gonna say Shane McMahon and Vince.
Oh, like King of the Ring, right?
Yeah, and Austin, but yeah, that one. So either way, it's been a hot minute. I mean, 20 years we're talking about, so yeah.
Logan, what did you think about the match and the way it played out and the announcement of the match at the Rumble in general?
Well, I thought it was a great match. Sami Zayn has really come a long way as a heel so far, and fan out of me, most definitely. As for the match being announced, this could be the part where I see AJ Styles losing the title, and it's not Kevin Owens who wins it. I think this could be Sami Zayn shocking win, and Kevin Owens just be like, "What just happened?"
I think Styles' early prediction is going to retain at the Rumble. I think it's going to be more of a Jericho Owens thing all over again. I think this is finally going to be the excuse to get an Owens match at Mania that means something, because this way it actually has some kind of turn and a build. I mean, it's a cheap, quick way to do it, but I think that they'll finally get their match at Mania. I could see that.
Yeah, because you think about it, his Mania match last year, Jericho and him, was kind of disappointing. So yeah,
I didn't think it was bad, but as we saw in that Kevin Owens story on the network, Vince fucking hated it. You know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying the match wasn't terrible, but it could have been a lot better, I thought,
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of could have been a lot better, guys, what do we grade SmackDown this week? Let's go Dean Douglas on him with the nails on the chalkboard and the grades. With that reference.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Get your numbers out, because you don't do letters.
Let's see. Since it's shorter, I'll give, because of those two matches, I'll give SmackDown a 7.
I'm gonna give SmackDown a B+.
I'm going to give it a solid B.
To me, the storylines on SmackDown right now are helping me to grade it the best, because of the fact that we mostly know where it's going. Raw, we don't really know where it's going, especially with some of the feuds.
Mm-hmm.
Very good way to sum it up. That's a perfect, actually, way. And that's why you're one of my go-to pallies. Logan and Bronson, man, thank you guys so much. We went super long tonight, but good time as always. Thank you guys. Michael, wish could have been here. Feel better as always. Where can everyone check your guys' kick-ass podcast that a certain someone happens to guest spot on? Cheap plug. All that goodness. One more time.
You guys can check out Future Wrestling Podcast right there on YouTube. Go search it, Future Wrestling Podcast. Don't miss the next show that we will be on. Hopefully Monday. We will be also recording Future Wrestling Rewind with Travis as a guest. And just go like, subscribe, and enjoy. And you guys can check me out on Twitter at LoganMyers144.
Very good. Logan, I will see you in Cruise Control next week. For sure. We're doing it for real this time. No sickness is going to take me under. Thank you again, man, for bailing me out.
Hopefully Colin's there.
Bronson, what can I say, man? It's great to have you on. Talk some wrestling as always. But, guys, there's so much more Bronson and I have planned for 2018. Look for brand new videos, not just wrestling. I'm excited to do that with you, man. Thank you again for coming on. Where can everyone check you out?
Just catch me at BronsonTron.
Such a simple man. Love it. Until next week, as always, catch me on Twitter at @TheBigTMD. All the goodness you heard me say earlier, all the 5,000 goddamn shows on Kayfabe Today Podcast 2 at first thing in the morning on YouTube at Discover there. This is Slam Pigs Podcast. Until then, see you next week.